This is a Japanese horror story for sleep. I will tell it slowly, in a calm and quiet voice. Please relax, and listen comfortably. Rinfone. A few days ago, my girlfriend suggested we spend the afternoon driving around town, visiting antique shops and second-hand stores. She loves antiques, and I've always liked retro things. Old video games, vintage clothes, things like that. So even though we were looking for completely different things, we often ended up in the same kinds of stores. That day, we were having a great time jumping from shop to shop. We even managed to find a few good bargains. Still riding that excitement, we kept driving around town. Then I noticed a small, run-down shop by the roadside. I laughed and said, "Places like this are exactly where you find something incredible. Like some rare vintage tin toy collectors would kill for." She looked at me, unimpressed. But we went inside anyway. The shop was tiny, about the size of a small convenience store. Most of the place was filled with old books. There were hardly any clothes or furniture. And when it came to video games, there was just a single dusty old video game cartridge, sitting on a shelf. It almost looked like someone had left it there as a joke. We were just about to leave, when suddenly she said, "Wait." She was standing in front of a large basket, filled with stuffed animals and random ornaments. "Find something interesting?" I asked. She stared into the basket. "This is amazing." She reached down into the pile and started digging through it. Then she pulled something out from the very bottom. It was a strange object. A perfectly shaped 20-sided object. Looking back now, something about that moment feels strange. There's no way she should have been able to see it. It had been buried at the very bottom of the basket. Maybe the strange events had already begun. "What is it?" I asked. "Some kind of collectible. I've never seen anything like it," she said. "But I think I want it." The object had a calm, muted color. As a decoration, it actually looked quite nice. "If it's cheap," I said, "you should just get it." So she carried the strange object to the register. An old man was sitting there, quietly reading a worn paperback book. "Excuse me," she said. "How much is this?" At that moment, I noticed something. When the old man looked up and saw the object, for a brief second, his face showed pure shock. Then it disappeared. "Oh, that thing. Let me see. Could you wait a moment?" He stood up and disappeared into the back room. We could hear voices arguing quietly. Probably his wife. A few minutes later, he returned with a yellowed piece of paper. "That," he said, "is a toy called Rinfone." He unfolded the old paper. It looked incredibly old. On it was a drawing of the same 20-sided object. Underneath it was written, "Rinfone." The diagram showed the object transforming, first into a bear, then a hawk, and finally, a fish. There was also some strange writing. The old man told us it was written in Latin and English. "You hold it like this," he explained. "Place it between your hands, and rub it slowly between your palms. as if you were shaping a small ball. She followed his instructions. Then, click. A small sound came from the object. One of the faces suddenly bulged outward. Wow! Now try rotating that part, the old man said. Or pull it upward. She did. Another surface sank inward. This is incredible, she said. It's like a puzzle. Here, you try it too. It's hard to explain the mechanism. But imagine a toy that changes shape when you twist or press certain parts. That's exactly what Rinfone did. The 20-sided object could transform into animals. My girlfriend was completely fascinated. Honestly, I thought it was impressive too. So, she asked, "How much is it?" "Well," the old man said, "it's quite old. But we'd honestly forgotten we even had it. Let's say 10,000 yen. He paused. "If you sold it online, someone might pay hundreds of thousands for it." Of course. My girlfriend negotiated. In the end, we left the store with it for 6,500 yen. We were both in great spirits. The next day was Monday. After dinner together, we went back to our own homes. Later that night, she called me. Her voice was full of excitement. "Rinfone is incredible. It really is like a puzzle. I couldn't even focus at work today. I kept thinking about it. Honestly, it's more fun than most video games." A little later, she sent me a photo. Her hands holding the object. Part of it had already changed shape. Something like a bear's head. And 2 feet were beginning to appear. I replied that it looked amazing and went to sleep. The next day, she sent another message. I stayed up all night working on it. I finally made the bear. Come see it. When I arrived at her apartment, there it was. The object now stood on 4 legs. A small bear shape. "This thing is addictive," she said. "Next. It's supposed to turn into a hawk. Just don't pull another all-nighter," I told her. That night we had dinner together and I went home. Wednesday night, she sent another photo. I made the hawk. The wings were spread wide. It looked like it might take flight at any moment. Only the fish left. I replied, "Take it slow." Thursday night, she called me. "Did you just call me?" "No," I said. "Why? My phone keeps ringing. Every 30 seconds. When I answer, I hear something. It sounds like a crowd. Like a busy street. But there's no number. The caller ID just says yawned." Friday. I went to see her. Rinfone had almost become a fish. Only the fins remained unfinished. That night, I had a nightmare. A dark ravine. Far below, naked men and women were climbing upward. I scrambled up the cliff face. Almost safe. Almost at the top. Then, a woman grabbed my leg and screamed,
"Take us with you."
I woke up drenched in sweat. The next day, We visited a fortune teller in town. Everyone called her the cat lady. Her house was full of cats. But the moment we stepped inside, every single cat hissed and ran away. We stood there, frozen, exchanging uneasy glances. "I'm sorry," the cat lady said, "but you have to leave." A bit irritated, I asked her what she meant. "The cats. They can tell. They know who's good and who isn't. I've never seen them react like that." Something cold clicked in my mind. I told her about the strange call and the nightmare I'd had. Then she said quietly, "There's something behind her. Something shaped like an animal. Throw it away immediately." "What is it?" I asked. She shook her head. "I don't want to say. Please leave." I kept pressing her. Finally, she stood up and shouted, "That is a condensed fragment of hell. A gateway. Throw it away immediately." I tried to hand her the consultation fee, but she recoiled in terror. "I don't want your money. Just leave." The look on her face was the most frightening thing I had ever seen. That night, we wrapped Rinfone and the instruction sheet in newspaper, sealed the package tight with tape and threw it away. The garbage truck collected them the next morning. Nothing strange has happened since. A few weeks later, my girlfriend said something strange. "You know, Rinfone. If you rearrange the letters, it spells Inferno." I laughed. "Just a coincidence." She smiled nervously. "But what do you think would have happened if we finished the fish?" I forced a laugh. "But even now, sometimes I still wonder if it was truly destroyed. And I quietly hope there isn't another one out there somewhere." Did you enjoy tonight's tale? If you did, please subscribe for more. Now, sweet dreams. If you can.